Just wanted to pop in, do a quick YouTube live weather update for what we can expect into the weekend and early next week. As before I get back for the early parts of next week, Monday, Tuesday time frame, we do have a storm system that's going to be rolling in, and that's going to bring some impacts to the region. So I want to go through a little bit of what you can expect through this weekend, but again, also that storm system that we're tracking for next week. So if you can give me about 30 seconds to a minute, I'll get everything set up here behind the scenes and make sure we are working, everything's working as we expect it will. First thing, checking the audio. And the audio is working, so we're in good shape there. That's always my biggest concern with these, is getting the audio to work. So right now we are in good shape, should stay that way. So I will be back here in about 30 seconds or so, and we will get fully started in this live update. But what you're looking at right now is the upper level pattern. We're seeing a little bit of moisture moving in from the west, and that's going to be our storm system that impacts the area later tomorrow night, and then continuing through the Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday time frames. All right, I think we're all in good shape. Everything's working here behind the scenes. So I think with that, let's get started with this. Now, it's been a really quiet weather week thanks to the ridge of high pressure that's been over the region. That's helped to keep things calm. It's helped to keep things well above average when it comes to our temperatures, and record-breaking in a few locations. And we'll look at that here in just a second about some of the places that have broken records this afternoon. But that ridge still centered back down to our south. You can see it roughly in this zone. A little disturbance moving through it, which may actually bring some light shower activity, some light snowfall down towards West Yellowstone. Outside of that, really not expecting a whole lot. Our main story is going to be that storm system back off to the west. Now today, we saw temperatures ranging from the upper 40s in Kalispell to the lower 60s in Butte and Dillon. And those two temperatures there, Butte and Dillon, both broke records today from 2015, so it was another record-breaking day across the region. Missoula, we were just we were about 6 degrees shy. There was a big jump in today's high temperature record at 58. Kalispell, we were 1 degree short of that. Bozeman, we were about 3 degrees short of those high temperature records for the day. But we have one more afternoon where we could be seeing some broken records once again for tomorrow. And honestly, with the warmth that we've been talking about, these spring-like conditions, I have felt like the broken record. So if you're ready for a change, it is on the way. It's just taking a little bit of time to get here. And now, right now, quiet conditions across the region. We aren't dealing with any kind of issues this evening. Just looking at those, mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, but temperatures have fallen pretty quickly up in Kalispell. We're already down to 29 degrees there, 47 in Dillon, 36 Bozeman, 37 in Missoula, and the winds right now, for the most part, are on the calm side, though a little bit more increased, anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour down towards Dillon and Bozeman. And that's the start of things to come when with that storm system down to the south, which again may bring a few showers down towards West Yellowstone, but not expecting too much in the way of impact beyond that. Now, for this weekend, temperatures in the 40s and 50s are going to remain common across our region. Northwest Montana, due to the increase in cloud cover and then eventually the showers into Sunday, going to keep those temperatures in the low to mid 50s. That's still anywhere from about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So even with the moisture coming in and those slight drops in temperatures as we head into Sunday, still talking above average precipitation. Now, of the 2 days to get out this weekend, Saturday is certainly going to be the better one. It's going to be late in the day, likely after sunset, that we start seeing at least a chance for some showers in northwest Montana. Sunday, we're going to be dealing with on and off valley rain and mountain snow showers through the day as things stand right now. And you'll see that here with our precipitation chances. Again, there is about a 10% chance in far northwestern Montana for Saturday. A few light showers, most likely as we head into Sunday and Monday, with lingering showers into Tuesday, but things start to quiet down once again as the storm track moves a little further to the south and out of our area for the middle parts of the week, though I wouldn't rule out a few showers lingering on, as I've seen a few other things today, further off into the mid-range forecast, about 5 to 10 days out. So jumping into Future Tracker, we looked at the chance for a few light showers overnight tonight, down towards, say, Ennis, Big Sky, West Yellowstone, maybe a quick little dusting of snow, not expecting much in the way of impact from that, other than, again, those few very light showers tonight. That clears out. By the morning, we're looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, and then in the afternoon, clouds start to increase from the west, and we start to see a few showers right along the state line up here into parts of Lincoln and Sanders counties. This is looking about 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, maybe a shower or two up towards Marias Pass, the higher mountains in northwest Montana along the divide. But it isn't until we go later in the evening, places like Libby, Troy, Knox, and Heron, and then further to the south and east towards Trout Creek and Thompson Falls, can't rule out a few showers starting to develop, or at least getting a little bit greater in coverage up in this part of the state. That continues through the night. Maybe a few showers get a little bit further down towards the Bitterroot Mountains into the 10, 11 o'clock period on Saturday. And really, that's just going to be the trend. I think most of the moisture will stay up in our higher elevations for Sunday morning. A few very light showers in the valleys can't be ruled out. But once we get closer into sunrise, watch this batch of activity into Idaho. This is going to move in while we could still be dealing with a little bit of downslope flow for the Bitterroot-Missoula valleys and with the snow hanging on into the Bitterroot and Sapphire Mountains. Watch as we go a little bit later on in the morning midday time frame. This is looking around lunchtime, right at noon, looking at the possibility of rain showers for Missoula down towards Stevensville, Hamilton, Darby, and even further east from there down the I-90 corridor or all the way out to Anaconda, Deer Lodge, Butte. Can't rule out a few showers down there as well. But you notice the higher elevations. We're going to be talking about snowfall, likely looking at those snow levels about 5,500 feet or so, at least at this point. We'll see that moisture continue to filter in, moving a little bit further north. Right now, it is looking a little bit more wet, or a little wetter as we get into Sunday afternoon as compared to earlier models in the day. Really from Interstate 15 and west will be the primary focus of this activity, but also West Yellowstone could be talking some accumulating snowfall already starting by the time we get to Sunday. But watch as we transition from Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. Notice how the blues start increasing in coverage up here in northwest Montana. A cold front's going to pass through Sunday night into Monday morning. As that does so, snow levels will be slowly falling down to near valley floors. And this particular model is showing this actually occurring in northwest Montana pretty quickly. So Sunday at 11 o'clock, this will be something we have to watch out for. Kalispell, maybe the chance for a little bit of snowfall into the late Sunday night time frame. Still question marks about how much warm air is still going to stay in place up here. But if it transitions over a little quicker, can't rule out maybe a dusting upwards to an inch, maybe 2 inches up here in the valleys of northwest Montana. Again, it all just comes down to the timing of how that front passes through and how quickly the cold air gets down. But you know that you notice how that expands in coverage even further south. So we're still looking at rain for the I-90, US 93 corridors from about Polson south down through Missoula and Hamilton. Same story over towards Butte, Bozeman. I think for the most part we stay rain through Monday morning. We just got to wait for that cold front to pass through. And I think for Butte that does happen closer into sunrise on Monday. But you notice how it goes from being very consistent moisture to a little bit more scattered in nature as we go throughout Monday. We're going to see the overall coverage of the shower activity practically start falling apart. At this point, there will still be some light showers into Monday night, Tuesday morning. That's when snow levels will crash all the way to valley floors. But I think at this point, most of the moisture will have been used up from this storm system, and we'll just be looking at a few light flurries and a couple of light rain showers at this point. Though, that said, we could still be dealing with black ice concerns both Monday and Tuesday for our valleys of western Montana, just due to the refreezing, or essentially the freezing of the water on the road. So that may end up being the biggest concern for valley areas, will be that black ice concern. But mountain passes, especially towards Marias and those along the state line in northwest and west central Montana, that's one area, or there's a couple of areas that we could be dealing with more issues when it comes to travel. And just going a little further out, you can even see that by the time we get into Monday night, Tuesday morning, most of this moisture is out of here. This is Tuesday afternoon. Storm track is further south down into parts of Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and we're looking at pretty dry conditions, though. We may see another storm system start to move in towards the end of next week. But looking at those temperatures right now, pretty marginal for impacts and accumulating snowfall in the valleys. But this would be another type of situation where accumulating snowfall in the mountains can't be ruled out. This is still looking a week out, so there's plenty of time to watch that. As for from this first storm, snowfall totals, we're probably talking a dusting upwards to 3 inches, Menida up to Homestake, McDonald's, Rogers, and Bozeman passes. The other passes, Lost Trail, Lolo, Lookout, Marias, we could be talking anywhere from about 3 to 10 inches as things stand right now. Minor to moderate travel impacts do appear possible in this, and there are some forecast models, I'll use the American model as an example, that's showing even greater snowfall totals for Lookout and Marias passes, maybe closer in that 12 to 24 inch range. I think that's a little, if not a lot bit overdone, so that's why I'm not showing this one. But the American model is showing some heavier snowfall for our mountains. The European model, which I think is a little bit more in line with my thinking, with the thinking of the National Weather Service, about 3 to 10 inches. So it's a little bit of a wider margin. There's still a couple of days to watch this. So Lookout, Marias Pass likely will be I'll say the winners when it comes to snowfall from this storm system. But our snowpack has been struggling the last couple of weeks just for how dry and how warm it has been. So all of the snow that we're seeing here, we will take every bit of that. It just does come with a little bit of the downfall of some minor travel impacts, and it's maybe some issues on Interstate 90, US 2, Highway 12, and then US 93 for Lost Trail Pass. Really for Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday, and maybe even into Monday night as well, things start to improve as we head into Tuesday. So this is the last graphic that I have. So if you have any last minute questions or comments, feel free to ask those in the chat section. But with that, I'll just start to kind of recap and wrap things up, and we'll be able to work our way right into this weekend. Now, here's what we're tracking. Through Saturday, near record temperatures. That high pressure ridge is still in place, though it is beginning to break down. It'll get more so broken down as we head into tomorrow afternoon. I think for record highs, places like Missoula, down towards Butte, Bozeman, Dillon will be most likely to see at least the near record temperatures, areas along and south of Interstate 90. Then late Saturday into Sunday, we're going to see those scattered showers moving in, maybe a little bit more widespread into Sunday. Valley Rain Mountain snow is going to be the primary focus. Snow levels sitting up around 5,000 feet or so. Late Sunday night into Monday, that's when that cold front arrives. We see those snow levels falling down to near valley floors. We'll continue to see those scattered to widespread showers into Monday morning. By the afternoon, things start to slowly taper off, and that's when the snow levels will fall down to valley floors. But at that point, the storm system is practically going to be starving itself of the moisture as it's starting to clear the area. So that's pretty much where we're at for the next, say, 72 hours or so. And I think with that, I'll start to wrap it up. Again, thanks for spending a little bit of your evening with me. If you've got any photos or videos of the storm coming in this weekend, how you're enjoying the weekend itself, the nice weather we've had, or even some of your big game celebrations for Sunday, certainly feel free to share those with us at nbcmontana.com/chime in. Also, I know we've had some beautiful sunsets the last couple of days, especially up towards Flathead Lake. If you got some of those, feel free to share those with us as well. And then tune into our live broadcast tonight at 10 o'clock. The weekend crew will have shows on one show on Saturday, one show on Sunday. Latest news and weather updates, especially for tune in after the Super Bowl for our Sunday show. That will be aired on NBC. And then also, just a little plug for me, I had a new 3D weather that aired earlier on today, about during the 6 o'clock show, all about how the weather impacts the Winter Olympics, since the opening ceremonies of that were today. So certainly go in and take a look at that on nbcmontana.com. You can go to our homepage, it should be there. And then I know later on YouTube it'll show up as well. So I think with that, I'll wrap it up. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Have a safe weekend. And I will see you all early next week for another one of these updates. But until then, stay safe, and again, have a great one. With NBC Montana, I'm meteorologist Mitchell Coombs.